Guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How is everyone doing today? I hope y'all are having an amazing Friday. I know I am. Before we begin, please don't forget to hold on. I had to go grab that during the intro. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on my other social media platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Okay. Don't forget to go to my website, jovibeauty.com, where you can get one of my dope ass scarves. I'm wearing one today. Our bonnets, our sweaters, our mugs. We have a lot of cute merch. And also last, but definitely not least, don't forget you can always do what? Donate to the channel, okay? Because like we always say, support your favorite creators, okay? It is thoroughly appreciated. Listen, so I wanted to do, since it's Friday, I decided, you know what? Because I was looking through the things and I said, I want to do a rundown of all the things that's been happening because I've been missing a lot of stuff lately and I just want to catch up. So we're going to catch up today. Like I said, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. All right. Listen. So let's jump into it. Okay. I got IG pulled up. Let me pull it up on the screen. Hold on. Let me pull it up on the screen so everyone can see what exactly I am looking at. All right. We're going to listen. Some of these things are just retarded and diabolical, and we're going to get into them. But I just figured let's just play catch up so we can start current. Okay. So look, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. When I saw this, I said, well, I don't understand. Now, this is, if you don't know, this is Chad Ochocinco's ex-fiance. I don't know if they're back together. I think it's an ex, okay? Why are we asking this? Why is she asking this question? I don't know what's going on. Why is this here? Why is this on social media? I have no damn idea what is going on, but someone said, I think a man will stick his in any hole. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she's trying to upset Chad. I don't know what's going on. I really don't care, but yeah. Okay. So that happened. Let's continue. We're going to skip some things that we don't care about. Okay. We're going to skip what we don't care about. All right. So where are we going next? Oh, did y'all hear about this shit? Did y'all hear that Sha'Carri Richardson, bruh? Listen, literally. Okay, one, don't be putting your hands on people, whether you're a man or a woman. Just don't do it. But my God, why are you, listen, even abusive men know better. This is how you know women aren't naturally meant to be abusive, because what the fuck is happening? Why are we in the airport shoving and pushing this man like they're not at least 1,000 cameras in every fucking airport all over the country? I have no idea. I don't understand. Okay. I did hear that he went and said, she's a great person. Like, they are, when people are gunning for you, okay, the world be gunning for you. We all said she's learned a little bit of a lesson. She's learned not to do too much because these people are looking for any way to make you look bad. And of course, they go ahead and pull up a disagreement or was shoving. I don't know what the fuck was going on with your boyfriend. Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let me check. I gotta check something real fast. I'm checking the the comment section over here just to make sure everything is working. Hold on. Videos. Just to make sure everything is working appropriately. Hold up. I am in the right thing, right? Hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay, just checking. All right. Let me see. Okay, so it's working. All right, so let's continue, shall we? Hope everyone is having an amazing day. I know I am. So let me, because I saw this and I'm curious as to what's going on. What is going on? And why are men out here throwing sex toys on the WNBA court? And look who's doing it. Look who's doing it. What? I heard it's a TikTok trend or some shit. Every last one of them should get arrested. Let's read. Let's read. Okay. An 18-year-old, a dumbass, a young ass little dumbass. Okay. Now you got a record. Why? Because you wanted to be funny. Be funny. Okay. Has been arrested for allegedly throwing a green S toy on the Phoenix Mercury at the Phoenix Mercury game. Okay, the object didn't reach the court. Instead, it struck a man who was sitting with his nine-year-old niece. Now I'm suing you. Oh my Lord, throw a toy in my vicinity. I'm going to try to make it hit me. And now I'm going to sue you and play around. And you're going to find out. People think things are a game. It's not. Someone said this is the second arrest tied to a growing and inappropriate trend with 5 total WNBA games now linked to toy throwing incidents. What is happening? Okay. The first involves I guess the little black boy in the corner. He's 23. He threw one on the 29th of July. Okay, cool. Well, not cool. Okay. The other incident occurred in Chicago, LA, and New York. So from what I gather, they have been charged, at least the 2 of them, whoever they, are able to grab, they have been charged with a couple of crimes like harassment, battery, all that weird shit, because you hit somebody with it. You're trying to, I don't know, are you trying to intimidate them? I don't know what you're trying to do, but this is why the male loneliness epidemic is the way it is, because you're fucking losers. Okay. Majority of you are fucking losers. And there's I'm not even gonna say a generation, because a lot of these men, even men that are in their 30s and some 40s and 50s, they were already kind of stupid, but they have been extra brainwashed by a lot of the foolishness, and they fucking around and they finding out. Okay. This is why these hoes are lonely. Imagine having a boyfriend who fix his face to tell you, or you find out that your boyfriend went and got a sex toy just for the sake of having one, or it might have took yours. I don't know, child. And to throw it on the WNBA field court to try to intimidate a bunch of women who could probably whoop his ass. Could you imagine? Can you imagine? That's why they ain't got no girlfriends. That's why they is miserable and lonely and need to be put somewhere. Okay. I'm glad they all are getting arrested. I hope they track down all of them. Every last one of them. Okay. Listen. This should also be a SA assault. Real shit. And I think one of them did, because it's a S toy. It's a S toy. Let's stop playing these games, okay? Psh. What else we talking about? Okay. I don't always like everything on site, but on site be having all the news, so I can't even front. Except when it comes to, you know, her homegirl. She don't really like to put her on the spot. Y'all, did y'all hear that Jason Lee and what is her name? Oh, girl. Oh, my Lord. Tiffany Haddish have a baby? I guess I told y'all, stop having babies for like love and all of this. Because a lot of these men will F you. I'm a firm believer in going to the sperm bank if you want a baby so damn bad. I do know that they're friends. Maybe it might work out. I don't know. Hopefully it will. I'm thinking of Kalani. Okay, I'm thinking of Kalani and Kalani's situation, because Kalani was in this same situation and decided to have a baby with somebody who allegedly was bisexual, and you know, they were friends or whatever. And then as like a year ago, we made a video because he went to court trying to get the baby. He was playing a fucking mess. Okay. He said she was in a cult, all of this hot shit. Okay. She thought it wasn't going to be all this drama because, you know, he likes dudes. So hopefully, because Jason and Tiffany, Jason is 100% not into women. And they seem to have been friends for a long time. So hopefully it works out for both of them, okay? I'm not here to judge nobody. I just don't want to hear a year or 2 years from now, Jason Lee and Tiffany Haddish fighting over this damn baby, okay? That's what I don't want to hear. But hopefully it all goes well. And also, speaking of Jason Lee, Lord have mercy. So you know he is the second mayor or backup mayor of some town, child. Oh, he's the vice mayor of Stockton in California, okay? And media personality, we know this. So he's under fire for using city funds. Listen, this is what all of them do, if we're gonna call it a buck, okay, to cover a Wild 'N Out event he was featured in. They wanted something in their town, cool. They got it to their town. You pay for those things, cool. But he so happened to be featured in it. I don't know if that is an issue or a problem. Let's listen to what the news people trying to say, because I see it's a news report playing. Hold on. Because a lot of them do this. They do a lot worse.
The money was used in connection to a recent Wild 'N Out event, allegedly without the city manager's approval or knowledge. The city is now investigating exactly how that money was authorized and who was involved. So,
okay, so they're really focusing on like he didn't get no authorization to do this. What's this? Northeast? Okay, never mind. That's my own thing. I'm in the back on my side trying to get some stuff ready. We're going to a recruitment event next Saturday for my boo-boo sport. So I'm filling out the stuff, getting all the information. So don't mind me. I'm tired. I'm excited. Side note, she finished and she passed and she got a good grade. I'm still not fucking with her like that though. At least until next week. All right. So let's continue. So this happened. I don't know. Maybe if he didn't get didn't get authority, that may be an issue. But like honestly and truly, a lot of them do stuff like that. And we have a whole mayor here in New York that been doing a bunch of stuff and been getting checks, and that shit got thrown out. Okay, Eric Adams. Okay, and that shit got thrown out. I don't know what's going on over there in California. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Jason Lee. I ain't got nothing against him, but I find it funny. I always say, because Jason Lee gives, he wants to connect, in my opinion, to his Caucasianness a little bit more than his blackness. And that's cool. He uses blackness for business, to you know, whatever, cool. But like, you wanted to be mayor, and I bet you with everything in my fucking soul, it's some white person that sent this shit to everybody because they was mad that his black ass became vice mayor. I just feel that in my soul. Okay. And the crazy part is when the mixed people don't want to be black, the white people will always show they black asses. Who the fuck they are. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's all. When they forget, these white people love to remind them. Because if you think if Jason Lee wasn't some white dude, was the dude who ran TMZ or any of that any of this would come up, you were fucking mistaken. Okay. I find it comical. Okay. So let's continue. Hold on. I got something else for y'all. I just saw. Y'all seen this?
For the way things went down in South Florida with the coaching situation, I understand you were trying to do things out of the goodness of your heart, but just, how do you kind of...
People ain't shit. Ain't shit. You know what I've come to realize? When people are so fucking selfish, raised selfish, thoughtless, don't even see us as people. This black man attempting to do something decent, just paying for Ubers to get kids home, get kids to and from practice safe because he can afford it. Paying for a fucking Uber to get kids back home and to practice safely is a fucking problem because to people, we aren't human. And what do you mean safe? We are the danger, according to them. This black man, not even working there, like volunteering and shit, because he's a football player. He's trying to help his community. And they suspended him from volunteering because he was helping the kids who live in more dangerous parts of their city to get there and back home safely. I wonder if that would be an issue in those little bumfuck towns when everything is already safe, but the coach drives the little kid home. Nobody says anything about little Billy or little Susan, getting driven home so they can stay safe, right? But these little black boys, why would they need to be safe? I find it insane. Let's listen.
How are you going to ultimately look back on that? And what do you want people to know about you?
Honestly, I think everyone knows that I'm just a cheerful guy, a cheerful giver as well. And I'm a protector. I'm a father first before anything. And when I decided to coach, those players became my sons. And I want to make sure that I just protect them in the best way that I can. And I think that's what came about. Minding up lessons in a tough neighborhood, and sometimes things can happen when kids are walking home and different things like that. So I just try to protect them, give them, a ride home instead of having to take those dangerous walks. But I just want people to continue to see me for the person that I've been, from the
Yeah, because that's a dumbass question. Like, what do you mean? What should people see? He did an amazing thing. Only two people who do not see us as human beings can fix their face to say that he did anything inappropriate or wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Because nobody wants anything for our kids. Did y'all hear that the NHL... Is it NHL? Whatever. The people in charge of the sports with the, with the colleges. Because, before previously, kids couldn't earn any money while they were in college playing college sports. Now they changed it that, they can because, they were messing up a lot of people's lives, and these kids, especially, y'all want them so bad. They're so great, but they have to suffer and fucking struggle and all of this shit. So they finally decided, they sued or something, and they got money back. And did y'all hear about a week ago that Orangina tried to put a limit on who can go ahead and get some money, who can go ahead and get that funding? Why? Because a large majority of the athletes look like us. Okay. I say this, at least I didn't say it this year, which is maybe I wasn't paying attention, maybe I missed it, or maybe it just didn't happen. But for at least the last couple of years, at least the last 10, 20, I know I've spoken on this every year since we've been here in the summertime, normally in like May or June, especially in New York City, that at least one boy who is supposed to go to some amazing school to play basketball or football or something like that is gunned down in the fucking street at some party, at something, somebody being jealous of them, of the opportunity that they're about to receive. You know, it never effing fails. And this man just paid Uber for those children to go home fucking safely. Do you know how? I told y'all, my kid, she's on her way back from her sport. Her ass leaves this house at 5:30 in the morning. Do you know what is happening out in the world 5:30 in the morning, especially in a place like New York City? These kids go and they put in that effort and that work, especially during the summer, at weird times, and anything could fucking happen to them. And this man is such a problem, and they're asking this shit in an interview setting like he did something wrong. Is diabolical to me. It's just diabolical to me. Diabolical. But like, you can't take these people seriously. I don't take none of these people seriously because like, you just can't take them seriously. For real. Where we going? You know what I can't stand Airbnb. Did y'all see this? I saw this. Only in New York. Hold on. Only in New York. Okay. Only in New York by people who are not native New Yorkers. Let me put that in quotations, okay? And I'm not even talking about the Airbnb guest. I'm talking about the Airbnb host, because this is only a transplant who came and bought some shit and trying to pull some middle America bullshit in New York City, okay? A London-based academic says her Airbnb host tried to scam her out of $16,000 using an AI-generated photo. Child, listen. Like she done broke the people desk. The host, who rented a Manhattan apartment for over 2 months cut out of her stay due to safety concerns. Not long after, the host accused her of causing over $12,000 in damages. So she left because of safety concerns. You know what that tells me? It was weird. Something weird happened, because even in the hood, it's safe. Especially for other people, it's safe. It's safe for people who look like us. It's safe. It's the Airbnb host did some weird shit. So the girl left the Airbnb. And then the host gonna say, oh, she broke my $16,000 table. Lies and fabrications, child. So then Airbnb tried to charge her, and then they got a refund after everybody contacted Airbnb about this shit. The reality is, I don't even think Airbnb should exist no more. Can I just be honest? I don't think Airbnb should exist. It's bad enough that corporations like Blackstone and all of these BlackRock, Blackstone, like BlackRock are buying up homes, apartments all over New York, all over the country, okay? They're buying up. Why you think they had that situation like a week or two ago when a guy came into the Manhattan offices and went ape shit, okay? What do you think was going down? They're already buying up all these properties which they shouldn't be allowed to buy up, because we already know there are literally enough houses, fuck apartments. There are literally enough houses for every human being in America to live in, okay? People should not be homeless. But we live in the only corporate country in the world. Can I say that? We literally live in a corporate country that cares more about the corporations than the people. So they buying up everything. And whatever's left over, you have a whole bunch of people who are Airbnb motherfuckers that are renting 3, 4, 5 fucking apartments that are not living in just to be Airbnb hosts. And who the fuck really wants to rent Airbnbs now anyway, when you gotta clean, wash the dishes, do the laundry, do all of this shit, and leave the shit just like you found it? I'd rather go to a hotel room. At least I can get a pool and room service and shit. I don't even think Airbnb should be in business no more. Okay. I'm not even getting into the Blackstone situation. Not right now, but I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous. At this point, we just need to stop going to Airbnbs. At this point, we just need to let it go. Did y'all hear that Teyana Taylor voice is messed up? Let me see what she wrote. She said, I've been quietly dealing with some vocal challenges for a while now. And after a lot of back and forth with my doctors, I've been told I need vocal surgery immediately. They found a non-cancerous growth on one of my cords that's been messing with my voice and causing real discomfort. Thankfully, we caught it and it's treatable. But it does mean I need to pause and give myself time to fully recover. Because of this, I have to step back from some upcoming appearances, including Mrs. Obama podcast taping at Martha's Vineyard this weekend. And that honestly breaks my heart. I don't take lightly what it means to show up for y'all. I've poured so much of myself into this next chapter, especially the escape room, which is still dropping August 22nd. So no worries there. It's the most personal body of work I've ever created, and the timing is not lost on me. Just as I'm getting ready to finally share this with you, life hand me my own unexpected escape room, one I didn't ask for, but one I now have to find a way out of with patience, rest, and faith. This moment hurts. I wanted to give you everything, the full vision, but please know I put my whole heart into this music, this film, this rollout. And when I return, it'll be with even more fire, more purpose, and the best version of me. Thank you for rocking with me throughout all of the, through it all, for the grace and the love and the space to heal. I can't wait to be on the other side of this, stronger, softer, and singing again. I hope Teyana is okay. I hope surgery is good. There's no long-lasting complications. Life be really trying to go for you. Okay, I blame Iman. Iman is probably trying to throw shots. Iman is just sending nasty energy toward that girl because she living her best life with that peer dude. But you know what? It'll be all right. Sometimes shit happens and things are thrown in your way, and you just got to figure out and work around it. So I hope that she will be okay. I hope her voice heals, and shit, I hope her voice even gets better than it was. All right, let's go ahead. I'm scrolling to see what else I actually want to talk about. I don't want to talk about nothing Love and Hip Hop because they getting on my nerves. Did y'all hear that they put somehow they put vodka in the Celsius water? I don't even drink that. I drink other types of water, but I think this is it that I really want to talk about. I'm just looking. I don't know why this girl had a baby with Michael Blackson. Can I just say that? I don't know why people be thinking you have a trash nigga and he ain't shit, but you think having a baby gonna make him a better man. That's not gonna work. We really need to start loving ourselves and just being okay with being single. The lack of people being okay with being single is extremely problematic, okay? Because you put yourself in some horrible, stupid ass, you could have avoided positions because you just desperate to have something, because you in love. The thing is that you supposed to kind of love yourself more than you love some fucking man. Okay, because that baby ain't even a month now, and he out here already having her look stupid as fuck. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't really care what's going on. I'm just saying, do better. I got this letter. I got a mail. It's been sitting here for like 2 weeks. I gotta send it to the mailbox. Anyway, let me jump into some of these comments, see what y'all are saying, what y'all are doing. How is everyone doing today? Hope y'all are having a great day. Hold on. I'll deal with that a little later. All right, let me jump into some of these comments. See how's everyone doing. Hello, Starfish. Hello, L. Hey, Steven. How are you? How are you? Yes, she said they were charged with SA, as they should be. She's referring to the people who threw out the S toys at the WNBA game. You need to be charged with SA. I'm tired of these people. And I hope they get the book thrown at them. Guess what? You're not Diddy. You don't got Diddy money. So I hope you get got, okay? I hope you get got hard. 18 years old and you want to be fucking funny, and now you got an SA charge. And ain't nobody with sense want to hear anything you got to say when they run your background check. If you think you're going to date when you 30 years old and thinking you mature now, guess what? You still going to have an SA charge. She said it's not their baby. Okay. So it wasn't their baby. Okay, good. Because I was like, when the fuck did that happen? I was like, how the hell? But yes, Jason Lee thing sounds petty and not news. Yeah, I don't. That's why people coming after us. And that's what be blowing my mind a lot with, and like I said, especially with people like Jason Lee, like you're old enough to actually know better, because I get it. Like 20 years ago, they started calling, that word mix started being used or whatever. So 20-something-year-olds saying that to me is like, all right, whatever. But like at 30 and 40, like when you were little, nobody called you mixed. When you were little, you were kind of just black. So you should already have that sense in your mind and already kind of know what's up, and know that even though it's probably normal and it happens all over the country, we just found out in Texas when the flood happened that they took the money that Biden gave them for the flood. First, they didn't want it. Then they finally took it and bought like a bunch of bullshit trucks. And hold on, this is my daughter. Hold on. All right, y'all. I had to open the door. So y'all already know in like a minute, 2 minutes, the dog gonna be barking because he barks anytime anybody come in the house. Okay. All right, just checking. She says you finally early. Girl, I'm finally early for a live. What you mean? I'm finally early. I ain't been early in about 2 weeks. She said, I hope this one him wants to be careful. Yeah, they're not gonna take that away from us. They're not gonna take it away. They can't make us as fucked up as them, and that's their problem. We're just not like that. I keep telling y'all all the time, like all this shit that's going on, you know, people losing food stamps, people losing this and this and this. My neighbor knocks my door at least once a week with some shit that she bought that she's trying to offer me, and vice versa. That is who we are. We look out. They don't do that. That's why a part of me, that's why they can't believe what does he get out of it? They don't really do too much things where they don't get a monetary benefit from it. And that's just not of our nature. And that's why they mad. So he's not going to, I don't think he's going to fall back. I think he's just going to figure out a better way to do it without it being, you know, without them trying to use it against the children. She said the crack looked fake and hell. Girl, I was like, oh, these people be playing. And then she complained, she left early because she didn't feel safe. It wasn't the neighborhood. It was not the neighborhood. It wasn't the neighborhood. It was the host. Because some of these hosts are fucking weird. Okay? Alexa want to know, why can't the school coordinate for shuttle bus services to take the kids home instead of the coach having to take things into his own hands? Because they don't care about kids in the inner cities or in them inner city schools. This happened in Florida, right? I think it happened in Florida. They don't give a fuck about it. Let's keep it a buck. We know why. We know why. Maybe he'll end up, you know, getting a charter bus or some shit like that and just doing some shit like that with parent approval that is separate from the organization. You know, like I'm going to say when my kid was in junior high school, elementary school, they had like they had regular school buses, right? But then they also had like these vans that the parents paid for. Let's say if they weren't on a bus route or whatever, I don't know, but they had like two separate vans that came that certain parents paid for, that took the kids to an after school program or some shit like that, if I remember correctly. It took the kid to another after school program and then home or something like that. So they could possibly do something like that. Off of school property, get permission from the parents. Maybe the parents throwing a little $20, $30. They probably don't have it like that, but you know, to help, and he fund the bus, but it's off of the school grounds. Listen, we do what we got to do to protect our kids because ain't nobody else gonna protect them, okay? Basic for free with the free breakfast. Yes, give me the basic hotel with the free breakfast. I'm good. I don't want to do it. I don't like staying in Airbnbs no more. I don't know the last time I stayed in an Airbnb, real shit, because it's too much. It's like we got to put the dishes in the dishwasher. We got to take all the sheets and put them in a machine and wash them. I don't want to do all of that. I'm not paying for that. When I leave a hotel, all I do is make sure I got all my shit. I don't leave none of my shit. Of course, I'm not going to be leaving stains and shit in people's hotel or Airbnb, right? But like, why the fuck am I washing the sheets and the towels? Why am I washing sheets and towels? Why are you charging me $300 to wash sheets and towels? It's not like they're going to give us $300 back. They're going to charge us more if we don't wash sheets and towels and wash a bowl out the sink. That is not my job. You want to run a hotel, guess what? You want to run an apartment hotel, guess what? Run a fucking apartment hotel and leave us the fuck out of it. I'm going to stay at a hotel. I'm not staying in no stupid ass Airbnb. That don't even make no sense. She said it was definitely the host. I believe it was the host that was harassing her. And that's why she did what she had to do. Some asshole who thought they could get over. Good morning. Hey, Psalms. How are you? How are you? She said, my coach in middle school used to drop us off to wherever we had to go after practice. But, you know, that is normal shit. There's been times when My kid had to get what was put in a freaking Uber from like damn near the Bronx to come home because of certain times or whatever. Like, we are human too. We are human more than you. Our children matter. She said, I be light cleaning when I go to a hotel, but I feared being judged by the housekeeper. Yeah, like I don't leave a mess, like I'm not gonna leave a mess, but am I taking the garbage out with me? No, but I'm gonna put the shit in the garbage cans. I'm not gonna, I don't leave, I be throwing all the towels on the floor together, like in a pile. And that's just in the hotel. Cause I'm like, I want to make it a little easy for you. I'm not stripping no sheets. But you ain't gonna have bottles. You ain't gonna have a bunch of shit on the floor and shit like that, because that's kind of gross. And I don't like shit on the floor in my house. I don't want to walk around in a hotel room with a bunch of shit on the fucking floor or on the counters or all that. Y'all see, I'm not OCD, but I can be a little bit. When I come here, sometimes last time wasn't I vacuuming up fucking crumbs off this damn desk? Like, I don't even like that. But to try to tell me I gotta put the sheets in, the towels in the washing machine, start the washing machine, put the dishes in I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. Can't do it. I gotta take out the garbage. You lucky. What's wrong with me just making sure the garbage is in the garbage? Hello. I do that. She said she do that with the towels too. Yeah, I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people who do it. I just wrap all the towels that are used, toss their asses in the corner so they know what's used, so they know what's not. All the garbage in the garbages, I'm good to go. That's all. That's the most I'm willing to do. That's the most I'm willing to do. Leave me out of it. All right, y'all. So we did our little update. I enjoyed it. My kid just got home. I will be trying to get some content out here, more likely videos than live stream during the weekend. All right. I appreciate y'all for coming, and as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it.